am a firm believer that President Trump will run and win again in 2028. So I've already endorsed President Trump. A man like this comes along once every century if we're lucky. We've got him now. He's on fire, and I'm a huge supporter. Want to see him again in 2028.
University 999, the American folks are saying, oy vey.
What? What? Did he just go 999 and then go oy vey? Did you just mix German and Jewish references together? What?
But you are not suggesting revolution or overthrow or anything that people would condemn.
We're huge believers in democracy because we know how to get votes out. We know how to get low propensity, low information voters out to support the president's policies.
He said it. He said it. We're good at convincing dumb people. Wow. Oh, we're officially at the 2-month mark. This has been 2 months exactly. It feels like it's been forever.
Today officially marks 2 months in office for President Trump, and new polls are revealing just how voters are feeling about the start of his second term. CNN's chief data analyst, Harry Enton, is here to run the numbers for us. All right, how is Trump doing compared to where he was just after he was sworn in January? Very different numbers, I'm assuming.
Yeah, they're very different. They're very different. I mean, look, here's the bottom line. Trump's net job approval rating. Look, in January 2025, he was on the positive side of the ledger. He was at plus 7 points. Look now, he has come back down. He is underwater, right? He's doing a little bit of the breaststroke, maybe doing a little bit of the butterfly. He's at minus 2 points. And it's not just in one poll, it's multiple. CNN, Fox, Ipsos, NBC, and Quinnipiac University 999, the American folks are saying, oy vey.
What? What? Did he just go 999 and then go oy vey? Did you just mix German and Jewish references together? What? Oh my God. Who is this guy? Have we watched him before? Because this is amazing.
Different. I mean, look, here's the bottom line. Trump
objectively
approval rating. Look, in January 2025,
Dougie,
on the positive side of the ledger. He was at plus 7 points. Look now, he has come back down. He is underwater, right? He's doing a little bit of the breaststroke, maybe doing a little bit of the butterfly. He's at minus 2 points. And it's not just in one poll, it's multiple. CNN, Fox, Ipsos, NBC, and Quinnipiac University 999, the American folks are saying, oy vey, ay caramba.
Okay, wow, that was a lot of different...
Ay caramba.
Additional. How unusual is it for a president at this point to have a net negative? Let's go back in the annals of history.
I love going to history books. I did quite well on my SAT 2 in U.S. history. Presidents with negative net approval ratings at this point of term since 1937, going back to the second term of Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Well, there are two men on the screen, and they're the same two men, Trump in 2017 and Trump in 2025. He only matches himself. I guess the good news is he's doing a little bit better than he was 8 years ago at this point. But when you're only matching yourself,
for now,
dude who's underwater at this point, not particularly good. Every single other president at this point in a term, either first or second, was above water. So Donald Trump likes to make history, but this is a type of history Donald Trump does not like to make.
How is he doing when it comes to the issues? Because that seems to be the big thing for 2025, which is a little different.
I like to unbutton when I'm standing up.
Look, here are the issues. Sometimes I like lists. You know, I like lists. I like lists for writing out my groceries. Basically, it's a 2-line list. It's like cream soda and popcorn. But on this particular one, Trump's net approval rating on major issues, positive. Immigration. How about negative? The economy. Federal budget. Foreign policy. Healthcare. Tariffs. Underwater on all of these issues.
Positive on immigration.
Dragging Donald Trump down. People came in with good expectations for Trump, better than for the first term. Yes, he's doing slightly better than he was during the first term at this point, but compared to everybody else, he's doing far worse. And the reason he's doing far worse is Donald Trump is not meeting the voters' expectations on the issues that matter to them.
This is high school graduation suit.
There you go.
This is the reason why a lot of people say they voted for him and why he's in office right now. So that's a big deal.
The whole kit and caboodle, and he is filling them in the voters' minds.
And so
whoa!
Go shopping for cream soda.
Perfect.
You are welcome.
Thank you.
Harry Enton, it is always a pleasure. Now go drink.
Why cream? What? I mean, I love cream soda. I'm not going to fault him for liking cream soda, but why did he get a cream soda? Like, just because he did a good job? You get a cream soda. You get a cream soda. Did you see this? Did you hear about this? We're already talking 2028. We're already talking the 2028 race, and Steve Bannon has a prediction, and it's a doozy.
It seems that the past is behind him. So I want to talk about
I want cream
our
soda.
present and our potential future. How he can explain what we're seeing in the administration and what his role might be. Because this is the guy behind much of the aggressive messaging. America being at war, the Democrats being the enemy, the media the enemy of the people. Okay, you've heard Trump say that a lot, but Bannon coined it, okay, in terms of this iteration of usage. The administrative state, that there needs to be shock troops to take control of the government institutions. He infamously
A&W.
all hell would
But I
break
also think A&W is
January
Canadian,
6th.
isn't it?
So I want to see where his mind is on what we're all living through together and what his role may
That's
be.
the best cream
going
soda.
forward. Joining me now, White House chief strategist at one time of the first Trump administration, host of Bannon's War Room, Mr. Steve Bannon. Thank you for taking the opportunity.
Chris, thanks for having me on News Nation, and I appreciate you.
So the only thing that you're not going to like talking about, we'll talk about.
Oh, a Jones cream soda.
CPAC.
That's the best.
And they put up a poll of potential, next generation.
Sloppy Steve and Creepy Chris. That's exactly what it is.
Are second on the list after the VP as people getting the nod at CPAC to be president. A lot of people were surprised by this. My first question, you have anything to do with putting your name in that list because you have ambitions?
No. And President Trump, I'm a firm believer that President Trump will run and win again in 2028. So I've already endorsed President Trump. A man like this comes along once every century if we're lucky. We've got him now. He's on fire, and I'm a huge supporter. Want to see him again in 2028.
And obviously, anybody who doesn't like what you say but judges it as a function of a lack of intelligence doesn't know anything about you. I don't make that mistake. You're a smart guy. You know he's term limited. How do you think he gets another term?
We're working on it. I think we'll have a couple of alternatives. Let's say that. We'll see. We'll see what the definition. We'll see what the definition of term limit is.
All right. Well, so you're talking about litigating this issue because I don't want people to listen to our interview and say Bannon's cooking up an insurrection. Bannon is cooking up. You know what I mean? I want people to get a straight take.
I mean,
what are you suggesting,
Chris? As you know, I've had greater long shots than this. When we supported President Trump after the election, I realize you don't believe the election in 2020 was stolen. We do. We fervently believe that. When President Trump went back to Mar-a-Lago on January 20th, 2021, he was the longest of long shots to return to the White House. We said that day in our podcast and doubled down, having President Trump's back, that he was coming back not just to win the primary, he would win the White House, and we had to get organized and drive that victory and also start working on all the policies, what's called Project 2025 or the America First Policy Institute, but all those different think tanks that started putting in the policies that you're seeing today in what we call Flood the Zone or Days of Thunder or however you want to describe it. But this is many years in the making. So we've had greater long shots than Trump 2028, and we've got a lot of stuff we're working on there. We're not prepared to talk about it publicly, but in a couple of months, I think we will be.
But you are not suggesting revolution or overthrow or anything that people would condemn.
Chris, we just won one of the biggest sweeping victories. We're in the middle of a 1932 type realignment if we can continue on and continue to have populist policies, populist nationalist policies. We have African American men coming to our side. We have Hispanics coming to our side. So no, we're huge believers in democracy because we know how to get votes out. We know how to get low propensity, low information voters out to support the president's policies.
He said it. He said it. We're good at convincing dumb people. Wow.
One.
Yeah, Steiner math.
You take your 33 and a third chance minus my 25% chance.
Fuck.
You got an 8 and a third
Fucking
chance of winning.
fuck. God damn.
One of the biggest sweeping victories. We're in the middle of a 1932 type realignment. If we can continue on and continue to have populist policies, populist nationalist policies, we have African American men coming to our side. We have Hispanics coming to our side. So no, we're huge believers in democracy because we know how to get votes out. We know how to get low propensity, low information voters out to support the president's policies. The anti-democratic forces, I think you're seeing them today in the courts. I mean, they're trying to obstruct a sitting president of the United States from fulfilling his executive mandate. So no, we're the big believers in
It's coming at us like a Mack truck.
because we won this unbelievable come from behind, not just in 16, as you know, but in 2024 when virtually everybody ruled.
That's what he's saying clinically. Half the country's fucking stupid.
About that.
We'll use it to our advantage.
Or people did not see him making the kind of comeback that he did, and that is certainly a historical comeback, no question. But I just wanted to make it clear for people so that they can't paint you as, you know, suggesting revolution. Your analogy is to 32 and how FDR extended it. You know, the Constitution.
Whoa. FDR, there was no constitutional amendment to stop a president from serving more than 2 terms. It was just like a thing they did. They all just decided to serve 2 terms. It was after FDR that they put it in the Constitution you can only serve 2 terms. Holy shit, you fucking stupid motherfucker.
Probably gets in the way. But
I firmly believe in the revolution you're seeing going on now, the revolution of common sense to deconstruct the administrative state. You're seeing that battle and that combat politically and legally in federal courts every second, every day. And if your audience, I know they love you, but they ought to start paying attention to also this greater arc of this massive.
Do people love Chris Cuomo?
Hey, thanks for watching. Go to join.
Shut the fuck up, Chris Cuomo.